What's up? My name is Blaine Hawley, and this is how to put a thumb throttle on a KTM dirt bike, Husqvarna, gasgas, all the above. As far as I know, this is what you'll need. You'll need a Honda thumb throttle, any kind. It's just like a TRX 450, TRX 90, something of the sort. And then you'll need some kind of bolt. I'm not sure yet. I've yet to tear it apart, but I'll make sure to show y'all. I'll make sure to show you what bolt and everything you'll need at the end of the video, exactly what size and whatnot. So, get tearing it apart. Everybody should know how to tear their plastics off, which is going to be the first step. It's going to be different for each bike, but as far as the KTM gasgas brands, it's going to be take this bolt out. You're going to want to slide the seat backwards. Oh wait, maybe it's it's forwards. Never mind, my bad. And then just set that to the side. Come back over here, get your shrouds off. You're gonna wanna take out this bolt, this bolt. There's two bolts right there. So heads up with these little tiny plastic bolts. These are gonna be a weird size. They're gonna be a 6mm. T30 Torx. Nails. Right here, you're gonna wanna go ahead and just pull the side cover off. And you're just gonna wanna pull this fender back. And it'll pop right off. Side. Excuse me. And then just pull back. Come right off. Throw them aside. Next, you're going to want to come under your tank right here. This bolt right here. This is still a T30 Torx. Now you're going to want to unplug this and take this hose off right here. So that way you don't have to worry about fiddling with your fuel pump wires and stuff when you take your tank off. All right, now that you got those things off, and all you got to do to get these off is just pop that tab up on this one, like that, slides right out, and then take some pliers and just push that one off. And now your gas tank should pop off just like so. You're gonna need to take your breather cap, your breather tube off. I'd take it off the frame right there. And then just pull that off. And also you might want to prop something underneath there so gas doesn't pour out. Now, if you can see, we have access to our throttle cables and our throttle body. All right, from here, I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what I'm doing. So we're learning together. So from the looks of it, your throttle body is gonna have one screw down there, right there. I might honestly take the exhaust off of this step because this seems like it's gonna be a pain with that on there. Take your exhaust off, simple. One bolt right here, 8mm. I was wrong, 10mm. And 10mm right here too. We wanna get like a pick like this or something and just pull these suckers off. I'm gonna need two hands for this, but you get the gist. All right, we got those springs yanked off down here. Now our pipe should just slide off now. You're probably gonna need two hands to do it. I'm gonna need two hands. All right, we've upgraded to a phone now. So theoretically, pipe should just pull right off. Oh. All right, well, I can't seem to get this header pipe off, so we're gonna reserve plan B and take the silencer off too. Got the header popped off. Now we should be able to just twist this around and then pull that off for a little bit of finesse. Not even really, that was super easy. Now, this should be super easy to pop off. It should come right off, just like that. Okay, that was definitely the trick. You gotta take the whole exhaust off. If you can see, we have much better access to our throttle body and our throttle cables. So now get to that. Now you're just gonna wanna take a 4mm Allen and take that little bolt right there. Take it right out. It's a little bitty sucker, so you have to be careful with it. You're also gonna have a little clip right here. You wanna push down that back side and then push out. And then your cover should pop right up. So I did end up popping that little hose off because it was genuinely getting in the way. All right, so now you're gonna want to take another pick, more of a less angled one, and you're gonna want to just these little boots, you're gonna wanna just shove that pickup in there and just kind of scrape them, not scrape them, don't do that. Slide both those boots off. You're gonna need a 10mm wrench. Loosen those in your hand, and then you can just pop those out. Pull out both these cables off, if you're switching to a single throttle or dual throttle cable. Or if you just wanna get rid of the return cable, because I mean, I don't know. This is important. You're gonna wanna watch your routing. In front of the handlebars, goes behind this, behind the motor mount, and then into the throttle light. Make sure you watch that, which you don't necessarily have to follow that with the aftermarket cable, but you still need to watch that just in case you ever want to put this back on. We're gonna go ahead and pull these cables back. Pop that out of there, pop that out of there, pull, 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 till both those cables are out. The throttle's really light now. Little finesse. Pull that bolt out, slide that off, go down, pull that out. There's gonna be another piece in there, just, you get the point. I might just leave it in there, you know. Slide that throttle tube off. If someone wants this, hit me up, I'll sell it to you. Slap this thumb throttle, tighten that up, just so it's already there for you to do everything, so you don't have to deal with fiddling with that. Tighten that. And you're probably gonna want to go ahead and move that later and either match the factory routing. And as you can see, mine actually worked perfectly for this. This is just a TRX 450 throttle and cable. I literally pulled it straight off my parts bike. Finesse this cable. I don't believe I can do this with two hands, so I'm gonna go ahead and do this with, or one hand. I'm gonna go ahead and do this with two hands and then come back. All right, so I went ahead and got that in there. There is quite a bit of slack in there. Okay, after a lot of adjusting, I finally got this figured out. Up here on your throttle adjustment, probably need to be backed out like a lot, because these TRXs, the throttle cable is just a tiny bit different, but it still works. Wanna tighten this up for your extra hole. I just took an 8mm bolt and an 8mm nut, put a copper washer right there so it seals it off a little better, and then just tighten that down and it'll go right on. You are set. It's hitting the stopper down here. It's going all the way and we are good. Just tighten your throttle cable all the way. You can slap your cover right back on. Thread your bolt back in, just like so. Torque her down. Do not go overboard with that. These strip out very easily. Also, don't forget to throw this little breather tube back on, or else you'll be spewing oil all over your leg. Alright, so now you have your cover back on. Make sure everything's tight. Put the exhaust back on. Take a mallet. Oh, never mind. Don't do that. You can take the pick we've been using. I need two hands, but now you're gonna want to eat your bolts. And if you have it all in a pile like me and you don't have them sorted out, it's gonna be the two bigger 10mm bolts. Stick that right there. Now you take your silencer to line that up first and then push it on. You can go back to an 8mm, and you're gonna be using these 8mm bolts that have two washers on them. You gotta make sure you have both washers or else it won't lock properly. All right, put those in there. Just give them a little ugga-dugga. I say that, you're actually gonna wanna make sure those are pretty tight, so. All right, now that you have your exhaust and silencer on, we can just throw this tank on real quick to make sure everything works correctly and it's not trying to like take off on us and like pin from a dead stop or nothing like that. So we're going to go ahead and throw that gas tank back on real quick and then start her up and make sure everything works right. Oh, probably doesn't help that mine's full of fuel too. Ow! Hurt my fingy. Make sure you don't smash your wires under here and your fuel hose like I did. Now just slide that on, wiggle, wiggle, and then slide that in real quick. Boom, now your fuel pump's hooked back up. Shove that down in there. You gotta make sure you have that bushing on or else it won't tighten down correctly. This is optional, but you can also grind off this little tab right here. And then from there, once you get that throttle and everything mounted, you might need to move your buttons over here like I did. And then maybe you'd move your brake lever over a little bit. Throw your plastics back on and then test her out. If you want, you can go ahead and do a quick little startup. Okay, so I just took this thing out for a little rip. Nighttime out, but I just took it for a little rip, and oh my god, coming off off a sport quad and onto this thing it's so much better. I've been riding this thing for like a year now, and having that thumb throttle coming off, being like a A-class, pro class quad racer, this thing I feel so much more natural and just faster on this thing now. So if you're a quad racer, if you've never ridden and you just like ridden utility quads or something, this is the way to go. This is so much fast. I feel so much faster, so much better on this. It's actually insane. But this is my first style video like this. Second. This is my first actual vlog style. If y'all like videos like this and y'all want to see more videos, vlog, doing builds and stuff, y'all let me know. I'll post on YouTube, everything. Y'all have a good one. Let me know if y'all want more videos like this.